Okay, so now we will start the graphical representation of motion. So two major type of graphs we have. One is distance time graph, the other is velocity time graph. To begin with, I want to make it very clear. Distance time graph we can also say as displacement time graph, and velocity time graph we can also say speed time graph, because distance and displacement will be equal when the body is going in a straight line or in a same direction. Same way, speed and velocity will be equal when the body goes in a same direction. So on y-axis we have distance in meter, and x-axis we have time. Always on x-axis we will have time. You can see the graph, it is a straight line. Though it is slant, it is a straight line. If it is a straight line, it means it is a uniform motion. Means the body is covering equal distance in equal interval of time. Okay, so such graph is called as linear graph. From distance time graph, how will you find the velocity? How will you find the velocity? Now velocity's formula is displacement upon time. That is y-axis upon x-axis. So there is something called as slope. You might have studied in mathematics. The formula to find slope is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So take any 2 points. From the graph, I am taking point A and B. Point B, the x coordinate is 10, y coordinate is 20. Point A, the x coordinate is 5, y coordinate is 10. So you will use the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So I will get 20 minus 10 upon 10 minus 5. So that is 10 by 5, answer is 2. I will get 2 unit you have to write. What you did, you divided y-axis with x-axis. Y-axis we have meters, on x-axis we have time, that is seconds. So meter per second. So distance time graph, if it is linear, means it is making uniform motion, and if you find the slope, you will get the velocity. You can take any 2 points, you will get the same answer. Now here if you see, it is non-uniform motion. Means what? The body is not making equal distance in equal interval of time. So it is not a straight line. Hence you cannot find the slope of it. So if it is not a straight line, it will be a non-linear motion or non-uniform motion. As I said, the second type of graph is velocity time graph. Velocity time graph, in this example, if you see, it is going straight. It is exactly straight. It is parallel to the x-axis. So throughout the journey, its velocity is same, 20 meter per second. Such graph, we can say the body is going with uniform velocity, 20 meter per second, or sorry, 20 kilometer per hour. So it is a body going with uniform velocity. How will you find distance from velocity time graph? Now the distance formula or the velocity formula is displacement upon time. So displacement will be velocity into time. Such graph, what you have to do, you have to find the area under the points. They will give you particular points, you need to find the area. Here the area they have asked you between A and B. So the A to C I will draw a line, B to D I will draw a line. You can see ABDC is a rectangle. Find the area of this, you will directly get the distance or the displacement. Length into breadth. So AC is the length, answer is 20, the value of AC, and CD is the breadth. So 5 to 15, if you subtract, you will get 10. So 10 into 20, you will get the answer. So for velocity time graph, if you want to find distance, you will find the area. Now if velocity time graph it's a slant line, you can see again it is a straight line. Straight line means it is making uniform motion. Now from velocity time you can do two things, you can find two things. One is either you can find acceleration, second you can find the distance. Now if you want to find the distance, you have to find the area. So from A to E, if you find the area, okay, you can see it is a triangle and a rectangle, A to E. So from A I will drop a line towards B, and from E I will drop a line towards C. So it is a triangle and it has also a rectangle. So area of a rectangle is length into breadth, and area of a triangle is half into base into height. If you want, you can merge both the diagrams. You can even say it is a trapezium. So you can directly find the area of a trapezium, which is half into sum of parallel sides into height. Clear? Now from this you can even find the acceleration. If you want to find acceleration, you have to find the slope. So take 2 points, find the slope of it, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Now there are different types of graph. First you can see velocity time graph. Always see what is there on x-axis, what is there on y-axis. On x-axis you will always find time in this chapter. Now first graph you have velocity, and you can see the graph is downwards, means the velocity is decreasing, means I am releasing the pedal, that is accelerator pedal, so it is decreasing. Such a motion is called as retarded motion, and acceleration, it is called as negative acceleration. It is also called as retardation or deceleration. I repeat, it is negative acceleration, retardation or deceleration. Second graph, it is non-uniform. Why? Because it is zigzag. It is going here and there. It is neither straight or a linear motion. It is going here and there. So as I said, it is the example of when your car goes in a market area or a crowded place. This is non-uniform motion. Now there are three major equations which you have to study. These are called as kinematical equations. This will help you to solve numericals. First is V is equal to U plus AT. Second is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And the third is V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. U is called as initial velocity, V is called as final velocity, A is the acceleration, and T is the time. S is not speed. S is the distance or displacement or position. If you check all the three formulae, in first formulae, you will only see that there is U, V, AT. There is no S. In second formulae, there is no V. In third formulae, there is no T. So all the three formulae, if you check, something is missing. According to that, you need to apply the formula. But in all the formula, you will have A and T. All the formulae, you will have A and T. Clear? So first formula, S is not there, that is a position or distances or displacement is not there. Second formula, V is not there. Third formula, time is not there. U is initial velocity, V is final velocity. If the body starts from rest, its initial velocity will be 0. If body suddenly stops, its final velocity will be 0. Clear? Now we will derive all these equations one by one. First is V is equal to U plus AT. So consider a body of mass m having initial velocity u and after time t its final velocity be v. Let A be the uniform acceleration. So we'll start with the formula which we studied now, which is A is equal to V minus U by T. We will cross multiply this. You will get AT is equal to V minus U. Now just arrange the term here and there. Minus U goes on the other side, you will get U plus AT. So I got V is equal to U plus AT. This is the very first equation of kinematical which was given by Newton. Now we will derive the second one, which is S is equal to ut plus half at square. This equation. Now here if you see, you have S. S means distance or displacement. So I know distance is equal to average velocity into time, because distance is nothing but displacement. So it is speed into time. Instead of speed, I can say velocity. So it is the average velocity upon time. The formula of average velocity is u plus v by t. We studied that. So instead of average velocity, I will say u plus v upon t into t. Upon 2 into t. Now instead of v, I am putting u plus at. So I got s, which is distance. U plus v by 2. Instead of v, I have put u plus at upon 2 into t. Now u plus u is 2u. So I got 2u plus at upon 2 into t. I am taking t inside. So I will get 2ut plus at square by 2. Now give that 2 to both the terms which is present in the numerator. I will get 2ut by 2, 2 to cut, and half at square. So finally I will get is ut plus half at square. So here I have used the formula of distance is average velocity into time. To solve the third one, the start is the same. The third which we are going to do is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Again the start is the same. I will say v is equal to u plus at. From here I want the value of t. So t I want, so u will go on the LHS. I will get v minus u is at. So t will be v minus u by a. S is equal to u plus v by 2, that is average velocity, into time. Instead of time, I will put, just now we derived, that is equation 3. I get v minus u upon a. Now when I open, in numerator I get v plus u into v minus u. V plus u into v minus u is v square minus u square. So I will get v square minus u square. In denominator I will get 2a. Now cross multiply, 2a goes to LHS, I get 2as, and here I get v square minus u square. I do not like minus sign, so minus u square you take to the other side, you will get plus u square. So finally I will get v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So out of the three equations which we studied, you might be asked to derive any one. So please remember, to derive the first one, you start with a, that is acceleration's formula. For second, you start with s, that is, you will say distance is average velocity into time. And even for the third one, you will start with the same, average velocity into time. But in the third formula, that is v square is u square plus 2as, there is no time. So you will remove time by substituting the formula of time which we get from a is equal to v minus u by t. That formula, you find the value of t and substitute, and the rest is only simple mathematics. Clear? So this was the third equation of motion. The next part is circular motion, which you are going to study in further chapters, but since it is motion, type of motion, I will teach you here. Circular motion means when a body goes in a circular path, it is called as circular motion. But what is uniform circular motion? That is UCM. U means uniform, circular motion means uniform means same. So when a body goes in a circular path with the same speed, so the speed is not changing, speed is the same. What is changing is the direction. So speed is same, direction is changing, means you are actually changing the velocity. Now the rate of change in velocity is called as acceleration. So in short, you are changing the velocity, means it is an accelerated motion. So what is UCM? It is a type of motion in which body goes in a circular path with constant speed or equal speed. Example of UCM is the revolution of Earth or any planet around Sun, or revolution of Moon around Earth. If you take example of chemistry, then the rotation of or revolution of electrons around the nucleus. Clear?